Booktube on YouTube, and today I want to talk about kind of a different subject. Pretty much I want to talk about my favorite personal development books, or I guess you could say self-help books that I have read in the past, I don't know, 4 years. So these books, they are in no particular order, and I'm pretty much gonna go over what they're about in a nutshell, but they are absolutely amazing books. And if you want to dive into your own personal growth, then you should really check out some of these books, because a lot of them will kind of make you think and really change how you do things in your life, and you'll pretty much know that what it talks about is actually accurate and true, and could really help you in your life. So without further ado, my first book, like I said, they are in no particular order. So my first book is The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. He actually it's a pretty thick book. He actually wrote the Chicken Soup books. He was one of the writers for that book. But this book, The Success Principles, is off the chain, guys. He talks about complaining and how we complain for things and how we should change complaining, because if we're complaining about something, it's because we know that we know something better exists, or we understand that a better situation exists. So we complain because it's not that. So he talks about, why don't you just replace complaining with making requests. So that was an awesome idea as well. And also, you could be complaining to the wrong people. You could be complaining to people that have no power to change things. Really analyze who you're complaining to and try to change that and start making requests. He goes over so many things, and it's not even just that, and I've highlighted so much. He talks about fear and how fear works in our life and how it can hinder us from reaching the success levels that we want in our life. So guys, check this book out. I mean, I can't say enough about this book, but it's so good. Definitely check it out. The next book I'm gonna talk about is The Compound Effect. So this book is really good. It talks about how you do little things over time and they can become maximized later on. So it's called The Compound Effect. So that's pretty much what this book is about. It's really good. Another really good book. This book has been around for a while, and it's actually helped people become rich, believe it or not. Like, a lot of people have read this book, Success Wise, and it's actually Think and Grow Rich. I know a lot of you have probably heard of it, maybe not. Look at this, got gold pages, hello. But this book is one of those life-changing books. This is one of those books that you read and you're like, OMG, like, this is real stuff. So Think and Grow Rich is a classic. Pretty much the whole premise of the book is that the main character here, he ends up getting mentored by a millionaire, Mr. Carnegie, I think that's his name. And he ends up finding out what, for free, he ends up interviewing the most successful people in the world at the time and finding out what do they all have in common. So what all those successful people have in common, he actually collected in his notes and wrote a book about it. And it's called Think and Grow Rich. Guys, check it out. It's really good. It's one of them books, like I said, life-changing books that'll change the way you think about things. So now, this is another really good book. It's called 3 Feet from Gold. And it takes a little bit of a story that is from Think and Grow Rich. So, but this is a standalone. And it's a story about how the main character, I haven't read this book in a while, but the main character kind of goes on that mission. He's going through trouble with his brother. His brother is kind of like a lowlife, and he doesn't know how to deal with his brother, his family. He lost his job, I believe. I haven't read this in a while, but it's really good. you know, he has problems with his family and things like that. So he meets someone, I can't remember the name. He meets someone and he actually goes kind of on the same mission that the guy in this one is. But this is more, I think, an updated version. But guys, if you're gonna get either one, I say get both. Why not? This book is really good. I mean, there's so many highlights. Let me read something from here for you guys. Goals are aspirations until they become real. Then they become responsibilities, right? Check this out. Now, this is a good one. A goal is a contract with yourself and should be based less on what you want to do and more on what you promise yourself that you will actually accomplish. So this is talk about, you know, make sure you're setting attainable goals. I mean, they can be extensive and high goals and goals that are really big. But make sure you can attain them, that they are attainable. Because if you go for a goal and you can't attain it, you know, you may be down on yourself at some point, you know. So this book, just go through it. It's really good. The next book I want to talk about is Outwitting the Devil. This book is so interesting. It's about pretty much a man. I can't remember the name, like I said. He goes and he has an interview with the devil. The devil pretty much gives him the secret, gives the interviewer the secret about why we don't reach success. Why? What is it that most people do that causes them not to reach their success levels that they want to reach? So this book is so good. Let me tell you, it gave me goosebumps. I mean, let's see. Okay. The devil says, you know, this is a non-religious book though. They don't really talk or cover religion here. This is a success, one of them self-help success books. But this is a quote here. It says, the devil, one of my cleverest devices for mind control is fear. Fear of poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. The 6 most effective fears are those fears there. I remember at one point I always wondered, like, why the fear of poverty? How does the fear of poverty stop someone from reaching success? Like, I used to think, wouldn't the fear of poverty make them want to achieve goals and make them want to go further than they ever thought they would, just to avoid poverty? But it's actually the complete opposite. With the fear of poverty, it's more like, I have a certain security and I don't want to go beyond that because I'm afraid to lose what I have. So it's one of those things. And you know, the other fears that are there. This book, just get it. It's Outwitting the Devil and it's in an interview kind of format. So yeah, check that out. So now this right here is also a classic. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now, one of the things that I learned about this and that I actually do and is when you meet someone, I know immediately sometimes we'll forget their name. What this book pretty much talks about is, you know, when you meet someone, make sure you use their name. Because the sweetest sound in the world is the sound of your own name. So people like to hear their name. So, you know, you, hey, John, nice to meet you. Oh, John, really? Are you serious? Like, oh, man, John, that's crazy, you know? Like, you can always, like, use that. So, yeah. And the last but not least, another really good book is The Secret. And this is by Rhonda Byrne. I don't have the cover. But yeah, this book is really good. There's also a movie on it. And with The Secret, it's pretty much introducing you to the law of attraction. What you believe, like not just, you know, believe in your mind, but believe with every fiber of your being will become reality. I mean, not right away, but it will become reality. So yeah, that's nuts. But yeah, guys, I want to thank you for coming to my channel. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. If you like any of these books, if you read any of them, please let me know. Tell me what you think down below. So guys, take care. Have a good one.